Intimacy. What comes to your mind when you hear the word intimacy? If you're like most folks, you think about sex. But did you know that there are many different kinds of intimacy? I'm Sandy, and I'm going to tell you about a few of them. Okay, so there's physical intimacy, where you're sharing kisses, you play, you wrestle, you hold hands in public, you cuddle. Then there's emotional intimacy, where you encourage each other, you share your fears, your dreams, your disappointments, your emotions. You're supportive and vulnerable with each other because it feels safe and connected. There's intellectual intimacy, where your beliefs and your views are shared and your opinions are valued. There's no competition to be right. You're asking your partner questions to understand where they're coming from. There's experiential intimacy, where you laugh together and you share moments of joy together. It's going on a trip, or bike riding, or working in the garden, or all those kinds of experiential activities that you can look back on and say, wow, that was really nice. There's work intimacy, and yeah, it's an intimacy. And work intimacy is about sharing chores around the house, about being responsible and accountable. It's about making sure that everything runs smoothly and about sharing the responsibility for the house. There's conflict intimacy, where you are able to argue and constructively resolve your disagreements. You make mistakes, you move on. You might even forgive your partner. There's financial intimacy, where you share information. What money's coming in? What money's going out? How much do we have on the balance for the credit card? How much is the loan balance? How are we going to save for retirement? How are we going to save for a new car? All those kinds of financial decisions need to be discussed if you're in a long-term committed relationship. And then there's sexual intimacy. And sexual intimacy is about those fantasies, those desires, those needs you have for sex. Do you know what your partner's boundaries are around sex? Do you know what your partner thinks is romance? If you don't know, why don't you? It's about needs and desires and wanting to have some sexual activity that feels safe and connected. If you're working on all of these kinds of intimacies, you are going to have an exceptional relationship.